Welcome to Lab 2 of the CKA exam. The requirements are, by the way, before we start with the CKA Lab, you really should go over the CKAD labs that I already have. There are 66, 65 of them at least. And because CKA exam is really a superset of the CKAD exam for all practical purposes. So it will help you get ready for the CKA exam if we do that as well. Anyhow, so the requirement is you're supposed to copy down the example for Statefulset on from from the Kubernetes website, which I already have. This is from the website. I've taken out the service part because it's irrelevant for this lab. And we're supposed to apply the file, see if it's running, how many pods are running, if they're running, if there's a problem, what is the problem, and how come the PVCs just work magically. You can see in the definition, here's the definition for the PVCs, and let's see if that works. So let's apply -f a.yaml. Short form for Statefulset is STS. So k get STS. I already have one running from MySQL, but as you can see, this is the one for the one we just created. It is 0/2. Let's see. 1/2. It's making progress. 1/2. 1/2. It takes time because some of these pods come from, there you go, 2/2. So it is running. We can do k-describe STS web, and it'll give us all the details, including the events. And you see there's no error. Everything looks to be okay. Now, the question is, if you look at the PVCs, how are they defined? They're given a name in the metadata. That doesn't matter because metadata, it's saying read write once, and it's 1 gigabyte. There's no mention of the PV. There's no mention of where it's going to come from, right? So let's see, k get PV. This is something I created. It's nothing to do with what we're talking about here. But you see, magically, there are these 4 PVs. The data one is from the other one, so you can ignore that. But there's this PVC for the web, 2 of them. So let's just do this. Let's just get for web. Where are they coming from? We didn't create them. Well, the key to this is in the storage class. You see, the storage class standard RW only, so one time only, read out one time. So if I now do k get storage class, you would see that without doing anything in the cluster itself, there's already a storage class called standard RWO, and that is the default storage class. So when you're not defining the PV or storage class in your YAML file, it goes to the default storage class and just grabs a chunk of the disk that's already available to it and grabs that and makes PVCs out of it if that's what you have in the YAML file. So in the YAML file, there's no PV involved, only persistent volume claim. And it will take that, it will mount that into the pods that we have. And looking at the pods, we can say k describe pod web 01, web 0, let's say. We should see something about the volume. Yep, there you go. Successfully assigned this to this, and then attach the volume successfully. So it's already attaching the volume from the definition, even though we did not declare a PV. So I hope you found this lab useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps me with my with YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in lab 3 of CKA.